Hello again, friends. Welcome back to another video. I'm Shani. If you are new here, welcome. And please subscribe before you go. I'd really appreciate it. And to my regular watchers, I thank you always. On the menu today, let's make this delicious guava swirl bread. You're going to absolutely love it. So here I've already proofed my yeast. In here I have 1 1/4 cups of water with 1 packet of yeast. And I'm going to go ahead and add 2 tablespoons worth of melted butter to this. And into my mixing bowl, I have my flour, a little bit of sugar, and a pinch of salt. So now I'm just going to go ahead and add in the yeast mixture to the flour mixture. Don't worry, I'll leave everything in the description box for you below. So I've let that go on the mixer for about 5 minutes. And if you're going to do this by hand, you're going to want to go ahead and knead this up for about 12 minutes or so until you get a nice smooth dough. So I'm just rolling it here on my work surface just to bring it together. I've just put a little bit of oil on my hand. You don't want to add any flour. So just go ahead and knead it for about a minute or so just to form a nice round dough. So this looks nice and smooth enough. So I'm just going to go ahead and get this in an oiled bowl, the same bowl from my mixer. Just add a little bit of oil in there, put your dough in there and just roll it around and make sure the oil is covered the whole surface. Cover it up and let it rest for about 1 hour and 45 minutes until doubled in size. So this is about an hour or so in and it has certainly doubled in size. So now let's go ahead and roll this out nicely. So first we're going to go ahead and punch out all of that gases. We need to do this always when we're proofing bread. And then next we're going to go ahead and get this on the work surface. You don't need to add any flour. And then this is the guava paste that I'll be using. I'll go ahead and put this in the microwave for about 35 seconds. So just roll out your dough. We're looking for a rectangular shape. So just roll it nice and smooth. And then make sure that your guava paste or whatever jelly that you're using is nice and cooled down. So this looks good. I'm going to go ahead and get the filling on it. Alright, so here is the guava paste. I've just smoothed it out nicely. So I'm going to get it on to our rolled out dough. So I've just love guava flavor. Guava and bread, guava jelly and bread is one of my most delicious flavors. I love it over all jellies. But you can certainly use any jelly for this. You can use chocolate as well and it'll be great. So you want to start rolling this up from the long end. So from my direction, I am not at the long end. So when you're rolling this up, start from the longer end. And don't put your filling all the way to the end so that it's easy to crimp right there. If your filling is all the way there, it's going to be hard to seal. So you want to go ahead and roll this onto the seam to make sure that the seam is properly smoothed off. Turn your dough in a way that you can cut it. So I'm just cutting it all the way through from one end to the next, just to open up that beautiful layer that we just created. And this is so gorgeous. Look at it. So open it and then we're going to make like a twist. Bring one piece over to the next and then the other piece over to the next. And while you're doing that, make sure that your cut sides are showing out. And then I'll just close the end up there as well. And then I'm just going to go ahead and freeform this into a ring or a circle. But you can certainly fold this into a loaf pan if that's the kind of look that you're going for. But I'm making like a ring or a wreath look. So here we are. So I'm just going to go ahead and put something in the middle just to hold my shape together. And I've put it on a parchment lined baking tray and I'm covering it up with plastic. Let it rest for about 30 minutes. So here we are. After 30 minutes, doubled inside. Gorgeous. So I'm just removing that container and then here I have just 1 egg with a little bit of milk and I'm just brushing this on. This is considered to be an egg wash. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees and let your bread bake, wow, for about 30 minutes. So while that cool, let's make a drizzle. So I'm using some lemon extract, a little bit of milk and some powdered sugar. If you don't have the lemon extract, you could just squeeze some lemon in there or just use some vanilla extract. And that little lemony contrast to the guava will be perfect. So here I've just put it in a Ziploc bag so it's easy to drizzle, but you can just use a spoon. So just drizzle back and forth here, keep your stream going. And then I'll do this twice and it's just gonna make for a gorgeous loaf. This is so pretty, guys. The flavor of the guava just took over the house. Look at it. You could just rip this apart. You can cut this up in chunks, serve it in chunks, however you like. I'm just slicing it here just to show you. This dough was so gorgeous. I loved it. Thank you so much for watching. I really do hope that you will like this. You probably could put this on your holiday table for breakfast or brunch. Give the recipe a try. Bye now.